everyone, I'm Mind, and this is set number 76995, Shadow the Hedgehog Escape from the LEGO Sonic the Hedgehog theme. This set contains 196 pieces, 1 minifigure, and retails for $19.99 in the US. If you're new to this channel, make sure to like this video and subscribe, and go check out the description of this video as well as my pinned comment to see my full playlist of LEGO Sonic the Hedgehog reviews. But now, with all that being said, let's get into this review. So you can see there's 3 main builds of this set. We have Shadow's bike, we have like the chamber that he's trapped in, and then we have the Badnik for this set, RhinoBot. I suppose we'll start by taking a look at like this chamber build. You can see Shadow himself's on the inside, and this is the perfect size to fit a LEGO minifigure. It reminds me a lot of LEGO Space Police back in the day. In fact, I believe that's where this piece was introduced. And I remember when I was a kid, I had so much fun like trapping my minifigures in those Space Police prisons. So even though it's not exactly the same, I'm happy to see that modern sets do still do similar things. I feel like it just makes for very fun and engaging play for kids. At the top of the structure, we have a little brick-built version of Eggman's face, which is so funny, but I absolutely love it. It's simple, right? It's only 2 colors, red and white, but they communicated that shape absolutely perfectly. Like, it is very clear who that's supposed to be. And there's like this traffic bar out the back, which can be flipped up. That's very easy to do. Just put down this black piece on the back, or you can also flip up the actual bar. The bar, by the way, can swivel a little bit if you want, so if you want to have a character like ram through it with a bike, that's an option you have, which again I think is great for play. And then finally there's this yellow and black section right here, which of course that color scheme indicates like a warning, and that's because that ties into the play feature. If you push down on this section right here, that window at the front will actually pop off and open up, and now the Shadow minifigure inside can actually be freed. In the back of the chamber you can see there's actually a printed piece, and it's got a picture of Shadow on it as well as like little statistics about him, I guess keeping track of his health while he's in the chamber, and that is very, very cool that that's a printed part. In fact, there's a lot of printed parts in this set, and none of them are stickers, and that makes me very happy to see. I'll talk about this more at the end of the video, but one of my only real criticisms with this set is the fact that it feels a little bit small for the price. However, things like this kind of make up for it. The fact that we just get printed pieces just for fun, it really helps the set feel extra special, because in any other set this very much would have been a sticker, so the fact that it isn't is so nice, and it looks really good too. Here's how this build looks from the outside with Shadow removed, and of course you don't have to just put Shadow in there, you can put any minifigure from your own collection, but of course Shadow's the one that's meant to go in there. Now that Shadow's free, we have this little bike for him, and I mean, it's cute. Nothing all too crazy in terms of the actual build. I do like how the front wheel's angled, like that's cool how that connects. There are more printed pieces like I mentioned, which is the absolute highlight. You can see this is Shadow's symbol right here, and that's actually on both sides of the bike. But then we also have these printed Nexonite shields in the back, and these are just meant to look somewhat mechanical. But it fits like the whole cartoony vibe of the Sonic the Hedgehog world, and it really works for this bike in my opinion. It also helps to really cover up this back wheel, makes the shape of the bike look a little more unique even if it actually isn't. And I like what they did with the handlebars here. Those are actually paint roller pieces. But yeah, of course, there's 2 studs right here for Shadow to sit down. And here's how he looks actually riding on the bike grabbing the handlebars. Not too much else to say on this one, it is a rather basic build, but I do quite like it for what it's trying to be, and the absolute highlight is all those printed pieces. And then finally, in terms of the builds of this set, we have the RhinoBot, and I mean, yeah, I like this guy. I will say there's really nice shaping to the body. It feels robotic, but also smooth and cartoony. Definitely feels like it fits the Sonic world. I was kind of hoping it would like be on a wheel or something to make it easier to move around. Instead, it's just a couple of anti-studs, which is fine, and I guess it makes sense for a build of this scale. You can see there's a little seat right here, and it is the right size to fit a minifigure if you wanted to. Obviously, there's no studs in there, but if, for example, I wanted to sit Shadow inside the RhinoBot, that is an option I have. The RhinoBot's head can move up, and it pushes this, like, forehead section up, too. And then, of course, this set also comes with Clucky, and Clucky can drive the RhinoBot if you want, just by once again placing it in that seating section. And that's about all there is to the builds of this set. 3 different builds in a $20 set is pretty nice to get. However, none of that's actually the most exciting part about this set, because the most exciting part is that minifigure. So now let's take a look at the Shadow the Hedgehog minifigure. So here it is, and wow, this is fantastic. This might be the best LEGO Sonic minifigure yet. The level of detail here is just crazy. It goes above and beyond what I could ever expect from LEGO. Number 1, arm printing. Arm printing is something we don't see all too often from LEGO, so the fact that we're getting it in a wide release set like this is very, very nice to see. Beyond that though, he also has dual molded legs, and unfortunately while there's not any side leg printing, the front leg printing is super detailed. I especially love the shoes at the bottom. Torso print is pretty simple, just a tuft of fur, because I mean, it's Shadow the Hedgehog, what else would you do? And you can see that he has printed quills on his back just like the Sonic figure does. However, the absolute best part about this figure is the all-new head mold, and yes, it is an all-new head mold, which was completely surprising to me. I was fully expecting LEGO just to reuse the Sonic head mold, because I mean, it's close enough. Like, yes, this is more accurate to the games, but Shadow does have a very similar design to Sonic, so I was fully expecting Shadow to just be a recolor of Sonic. But no, they introduced an all-new head for him, and it fits him so well. The quills on his head are like bigger, but they're also a bit wilder, right? They're not like as neatly kept together. It sort of looks like they're actively like flowing or moving in the wind. Beyond that though, there's printing on top of all of them too to give him the red streaks in his hair. Of course, there's that big one right there, but then there's one on top of each quill. And even this one in the back, there's a little tiny red print right there. The red on his eyes really pops too, and you can see even has like red outline right here to sort of be like eyeshadow. Just a crazy level of detail that LEGO absolutely did not need to do, but just really enhances this minifigure. And of course, just like the Sonic figure, this is a dual molded head, so this tan part at the base is tan plastic, dual molded with black plastic, and everything else is just printing on top. Such a fantastic minifigure all around, and at the time of me making this video, it is exclusive to this set. Now, I would be shocked if Shadow never comes in any other set ever, because he is a pretty popular character, but as of right now, if you want this character, you need to get this set. However, I am very glad that he comes in such a cheap set. And so, overall, what are my thoughts on this set? I genuinely think this set's incredible. There's 3 different builds in a $20 set, which normally would worry me a little bit, because I'd feel like the builds just don't have enough going on. But no, each of the 3 builds is distinct and they're fun, and I genuinely really enjoy them. As I mentioned a little bit earlier though, my only concern is the price a little bit. Like, in terms of volume of what you get here, it doesn't exactly feel like a $20 set to me. I feel like 15 would have been better. That being said, all LEGO's more expensive nowadays, and we do get those printed parts in the set, and Shadow is an amazing minifigure. So the price definitely is not bad by any means, it's just not an amazing price, right? It's a perfectly fine price. That's at least how I feel about it. And this is not a set that LEGO sent to me, this is one that I bought with my own money, and I absolutely do not regret it at all. If you're a fan of Sonic, or honestly, even if you're not, if you just like Shadow as like a pop culture figure, I recommend you pick this one up. It's genuinely just a fun set in general, and even if you're not typically a LEGO Sonic the Hedgehog fan, I think you could still have a lot of fun with this set. But of course, those are just my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think of this set in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like on it, subscribe to my channel if you're new, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye!